What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. Some new information has been leaked out about the Galaxy Z Fold 7, and it pretty much gets better and better the more things I see about this phone. This really seems to be a major upgrade for the line of Galaxy Z Fold. Now, obviously, I'm gonna have the stuff in the white is stuff we've already spoken about in previous videos. I'll go through it real quick, and then we'll go into the stuff that is brand new, such as Galaxy Z Fold 7 sticking with the same prices in most markets. Z Fold 7 still lacking titanium around the corners of the phone. Galaxy Z Fold 7 prototype supporting Wi-Fi 7, not a big surprise because it's in the S25 Ultra phone. Z Fold 7, 2600 nits of peak brightness display software using their new AI software to give you an even better viewing of the display, the Pro Scaler, which would make it similar to the S25 Ultra. 45 watt wired charging, so the first time we'd see 45 watt wired charging in a Galaxy Z Fold 7. It's always been relegated to 25 watts, so it would be a nice little increase in there. The battery supposedly not changing all that much, if it's basically going to stay the same based off the latest rumors from the past. Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection for the glass that's on the phone. Z Fold 7 almost the same size as a Z Fold SE, so 8-inch display, 6.5 on the outside. Nice big changes on this. Super looking forward to that. Z Fold 7 coming in sizes of 256, 5, 12, and 1 terabyte, keeping 12 gigs of RAM. It's had that since its inception, if I'm not mistaken, and having a Snapdragon 8 Elite worldwide, not just in certain locations. So let's get into the newer stuff. Sticking with the Snapdragon 8 Elite, there's been rumors about a downgraded Snapdragon 8 Elite version is seemingly false. It should be using the same processor as the S25 series. So there shouldn't be any slowdowns in terms of what they're doing with the speeds or making this a lesser processor than we've seen so far in the S25 series. It should be the same exact Samsung Galaxy Snapdragon 8 for Galaxy processor that we've seen on the S25 series. So that's great news. And I would be kind of surprised if they would, I mean, I know they're making it slimmer, but it would just be kind of weird if they're gonna slow that thing down because of this big old phone on here. Next would be that the new S Pen has already passed Samsung's internal test and it's designed to work without the digitizer display. If you remember the Snapdragon, the display on the Galaxy Z Fold Special Edition had a new display, and it couldn't, we heard rumors that it was gonna have an S Pen, and then we didn't, and it ultimately does not have S Pen support. Supposedly, Z Fold 7 is a very similar display to the Special Edition, except they've come out with a new pen that will work on the Z Fold 7's display, even though it's gonna use a new type of display on there. So that's really good news. Again, we're getting a bigger display, and it's gonna be able to still have S Pen support. Doesn't mean the S Pen's gonna go internally into the phone. It's gonna be able to write on the display. That's really what we're trying to say with that. The new hinge structure is more durable, flexible glass, and the Z Fold 7 has significantly lower crease visibility compared to the Z Fold 6. So the hinge is gonna probably end up being tighter and just a better build overall, more durable. And the display, on the bigger display, there still will be a crease on there, but it's gonna be much decreased. You won't see it nearly as much, but you still will see it, don't get me wrong, but it's gonna be much decreased. And that kind of makes sense. A lot of the other companies, Pixel Fold, Pixel 9 Pro Fold, OnePlus, Open, and the other Chinese manufacturers, their folding phones, the creases, you can see it a little bit, but it's not as big as Samsung. So it's a nice little change. I know a lot of people complain about the crease, even though it doesn't affect the usage really of the phone, but it is something to know. The vapor chamber cooling system size has been increased in the Fold 7. It was increased in the S25 Ultra, and it's increased in the Z Fold 7, meaning you're gonna get better prolonged performance over the usage of the phone when you're pushing it to its limits in a game or an app that really is intense, that has to use a lot of power from the phone. That vapor chamber will cool things down and let it run at peak performance for longer. So that's, again, another really great improvement. Button placements, pill-shaped speakers, exactly the same as the Galaxy Z Fold 6. So if you hate this, the buttons and the speaker layout and design of that on the Z Fold 6, it's the same on the Z Fold 7. You're gonna hate it. Or if you love it, you're in for a treat. And also the Z Fold 7 speakers have been updated, meaning the Z Fold 7 speakers are better than what they have been in the past. Again, kind of makes sense. The S25 Ultra has maybe the best speakers I've heard on a phone, and putting that into the Z Fold 7 is a huge win for us overall. This is great news. So, you know, when you add the tally of everything up with better speakers, a bigger cooling chamber, chamber cooling system for better prolonged performance. When you get faster charging, the 45-watt charging, a new hinge with less crease on there. We're gonna get the Snapdragon 8 Elite in there. We're gonna get the S Pen is gonna be able to ride on there with a newer display. You're gonna get what else are we getting on here? Same prices, 2600 nits of brightness, Gorilla Glass Victus 2 protection, bigger displays on the outside and inside. So this is really, and we've heard better cameras as well. It's not even written in here, but the cameras too are supposed to be up to 200 megapixels. So all of that thrown in here with it still keeping the same price is a huge win. So much, really, this is definitely the device I'm looking forward to the most this year right now. What about you guys? Do you think this is enough of an upgrade that it would make you want to upgrade or not? Let us know in the comments down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.